All right, let's talk about the Fogg behavior map. This is one of the best simple psychological equations to determine if you're going to do a behavior. So, this is going to let you either A, do more of what you want to do, or on the alternative, disrupt that behavior and do something different instead. So, this is created by BJ Fogg, who's at Stanford, I believe, researcher, super smart, and has the book Tiny Habits, where he talks extensively about this. So if you want to dig deeper, get his book. It's very good. But basically, the Fog behavior map is, or behavior model rather, is his model for determining whether or not you do an action. And it's B equals MAP, which stands for behavior, equals motivation, ability, and prompt. And this is one of the first things I teach my clients because it starts to give them the key to unlocking their own behavior. And when you understand your behavior, good, bad, otherwise, doesn't matter. When you understand your behavior and you can figure out how to manipulate those variables to unlock your behavior, you can start intentionally choosing behaviors that are going to move you forward towards your fitness goals, towards your life goals, towards your work goals, money, family, whatever it is, versus behaviors that are going to take you away from those goals, which are maybe are things you already have that you're trying to avoid. So a behavior is simply an action you take, right? Whatever it may be. Smoking a cigarette, going to the gym, choosing an apple over a candy bar, whatever the behavior is, right? It comes down to those three things: motivation, ability, and prompt. So, for example, if you just a very simple thing, you get up in the morning, you're going to go outside, right? Probably you're going to want to put shoes on. So, to do that, you have to tie your shoes. Well, you're motivated to a certain degree to tie your shoe. You have the ability to tie your shoe. At this point, I assume you know how to tie your shoe. And your prompt is going outside where you would have to tie your shoe. If you were laying in bed, you wouldn't have the prompt to tie your shoe. So manipulate those variables. There's a certain amount of motivation we have to do anything. Anything at all has a certain level of motivation. If it's something that we don't want to do, then our motivation is low. If it's something that we really want to do, our motivation is high. We have a certain ability to do something. Again, if we don't have a great ability, ability is low. If we have if we have a high ability, ability is very high. Those two can play inversely on each other. So, for example, I could be highly motivated to dunk a basketball. I could really want to dunk a basketball, but my ability to dunk a basketball is very low. So I got pretty good hops for a big guy, but I don't have that kind of hops. So as a result, even if I was prompted to dunk a basketball, had it in my hand, look at the net, people telling me to dunk a basketball, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that behavior, right? And on the other hand, same situation, I had a very low motivation to dunk a basketball, didn't want to, but I could easily. I would have a low motivation, high ability, prompt still there, behavior still doesn't happen because I don't want to, right? So use this in your own situation. Like let's say for example, you are trying to give up eating ice cream at night. Common one, see with my clients all the time. Okay. So motivation to eat ice cream is high. People like ice cream, particularly people that eat it every night. Obviously they like it, you know. So motivation is high. So how can we adjust that? Well, you could, set really strong goals for yourself of not eating ice cream. You could get some sort of emotional connection to the not eating ice cream. You could start to, really focus highly on being healthy in your eating by your own definition. And as a result, that healthy eating motivation may get above the motivation of eating ice cream. But ice cream is really good. So it's a hard one to overcome. The best way to tackle that is the ability, right? So if we don't have ice cream in the house and you have to go to the store to get ice cream, that makes the ability harder. Not impossible. Obviously, you can go to the store, right? But for you to, at night, you're sitting down, you're watching TV, you're unwinding for the night, which is the prompt. That's when people would eat ice cream. If you want to go get up from that, you're comfortable on the couch, drive all the way to the store, get the ice cream, buy it, deal with the store, deal with all that BS, come back, eat the ice cream. Your motivation would have to be sky high to do that. If it's not, chances are you're going to skip the ice cream. So manipulating either the motivation or the ability is great. Now, in a situation where, like, say you didn't eat ice cream at night one night because you went out to dinner or you went to a movie or you were working late, so you just came home, went to bed. In that case, you never sat down on the couch and started watching TV, so you missed that prompt, right? So, whatever behavior you're trying to change, think of those three variables and how can you adjust them to end up with the behavior you want to achieve. That's the Fogg behavior model, and absolutely is one of the best things you can understand to move you towards the progress and the behaviors you want to do and away from the ones you don't want to. That's something I work with my clients all the time on. Again, if you ever want to talk about working together, figuring out your behavior models and how to adjust them, then check out the description. There's all kinds of ways to contact me.